and welcome to a fresh episode of the program Last Week in Nigeria. My name is Emmanuel Oriowo. What we do with this program is to bring to you all the stories that were reported by the national dailies last week in Nigeria. Don't forget, on all our social media handles, all you need to do is to type at Last Week in Nigeria to follow us on those platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the notification button so that you can have our subsequent episodes as we drop them. Another thing is this, you can win a 5,000 Naira recharge card. Yeah, you want to know how to win the 5,000 Naira recharge card? Follow us on our social media handles, subscribe to our YouTube channel, answer the question correctly, and you get to win the 5,000 Naira recharge card. And upon getting that, it will be the equivalent of what you have in where you reside. Last week in Nigeria, so many stories happened. In the Vanguard newspaper, we had this one. It started this way. Consumer spending down as Nigerians remain gloomy on economy. That was by the Vanguard newspaper. The Leadership newspaper says this one. Federal government promotes 32,000 paramilitary personnel in 1 year. That was the way the Leadership newspaper reported it. And it says, stakeholders prefer stiffer penalties for drug abuse trafficking. Well, that was the way the Leadership newspaper captioned it last week in Nigeria. Harsh environment slows Tesco's investments impact service quality. That was how the Daily Independent newspaper captioned it last week in Nigeria. Above the nameplate of the These Day newspaper, Tinubu hails Nduka Ogbegbena at 65, says he has demonstrated passion for human development. Also last week in Nigeria, the Business Day reported high yields force firms to reduce bonds issuance by 98%. The Nigerian News Direct newspaper reported last week saying Dangote to list refinery fertilizer plants on stock market Q1 in 2025. Is this supposed to be a good news? Yes, it should be, because we have it from some quarters that Dangote investment has been frustrated. But some people are also saying Dangote is about to monopolize the economy of Nigeria. All of this are bringing up a lot of reactions. Why not drop your comments on our handle on YouTube, social media handles. Just use Last Week in Nigeria. Let's hear from you. We keep the conversation going. The Nigerian Tribune newspaper has this one. It says, panic in states as 437 local government risk zero allocation this month. That was the way the Nigerian Tribune newspaper captioned it concerning the financial autonomy. Don't forget, you'll recall that there was a Supreme Court judgment on July 11th that says local governments should have their money directly. If we're now having 437 local government to risk their allocations, it simply means no local government elections were held in those local governments, and the fact that there are caretaker local governments in place because of the governors are doing that, it means that until they have a democratically elected local government chairman for those local government, that 437 local government will not have their money, going by the judgment of the Supreme Court. Because the Supreme Court is saying that, look, hey, if you have a democratically elected local government chairman, the money should go straight to him. In other words, the people at the grassroots can access the local government chairman. They know where he stays. They know what he does. And they can easily track him by saying, bros, how far? You know, do this thing now. You're supposed to do them now. Money don't come. But money no fee come for these ones because they have caretaker chairman in place. The Daily News Hub had this one. It says, why foreigners perpetrating illegal mining in Nigeria untouchable, says the military. Okay, maybe this could be linked to that of the story of Ooni of Ife, where they are talking about illegal mining, making money, making some profits. Someone is getting someone. Don't forget, you can advertise your goods and services on this platform. All you need to do is to reach the world in one breath.
Thinking about high quality and long-lasting products? Think May Shop, an online store serving parents and children in Nigeria and globally. Log on to www.mayshop.com to place your orders now.
Mayshop Online Store, your #1 online children's store in Nigeria and globally. We offer nationwide delivery. Mayshop Online Store, great styles at the best prices for your babies and kids.
For more information about us, you may chat with us on WhatsApp web chat or call us at 0805 551 5736 or 0805 551 5649 and speak to our friendly customer service representatives. Visit our website www.mayshop.com.
Follow us on all our social media handles at Last Week in Nigeria, and you will just be glad that you did. To be a part of that particular 5,000 Naira recharge card coming from Nigeria to any currency you're spending wherever you are to any network, it's made possible by the crew of Last Week in Nigeria, because the producer is just feeling that in his own magnanimity, he can reach out to people following us. So all you need to do is to subscribe first of all to be a part of it. A 5,000 Naira airtime recharge card, whatever name you want to give to it, wherever you are in the world, will give you the equivalent of that money, 5,000 Naira for airtime. At least you use your data to watch us, so why not get back to you? The Punch newspaper says this one: OPS blames insecurity as food inflation hits 40.8%. 40.8%. I'm being careful about the fact that it's 40.8%. How do you want to calculate it? It's going to be terrible. Guess what? You can buy a tuber of yam in the past for, say, 300, 500, 1,000 Naira. But today, it's something else. The bunch of yam goes for as much as 24,000 Naira. Read my lips. 24,000 Naira. To some extent, they cut into pieces a tuber of yam such that you can buy it in a cluster shape, maybe for 500, 700, 1,000. Because you want to savor the taste of a yam, they have to help us go that way. Instead of you buying the bulk of it, because most people can afford to buy it for 24,000 Naira, 17,000 Naira. And when you see the 17,000 Naira, they're in the small shape of a tuber. And we know what tuber yams used to be like. But well, more stories for you. The Nation newspaper: Nigeria to export petroleum products by December. Well, they are promising us that by December, the story will change. What about the Dangote refinery? Are they going to allow that to thrive? It's up to you and I. So many mixed feelings that we have concerning how to generate oil in our nation. But we have this oil domiciled here. If you export it, what are you getting back? There are a lot of petroleum products that are attached to every crude oil that has been exported. What do we get back? Diesel, petrol, kerosene. What about other products? Okay, that will not even concern us. But what about we in Nigeria? We have 4 refineries. One was supposed to kick off in December, as they promised. This is July. We'll wait for another promise. The These Days newspaper reported this one last week in Nigeria. Again, military, police, and NPCL orders declare war on crude theft. I don't want to go there because I don't have the technicality of stealing crude oil. So who sabi? Now who sabi they do? Who they do? I don't know. The Guardian newspaper: blackout looms as 11 universities struggle with 2.92 billion Naira bill monthly. The First newspaper has this one: millions at risk. NLC vows 1 month shutdown should NAS deregulate minimum wage. Same last week, we heard the 70,000 Naira minimum wage agreement by the NLC, TUC, and the federal government. 70,000 Naira minimum wage. Put that as the minimum wage, as they say. It can buy a bag of rice. So where's the place of the average commoner? Average Nigerian, like you and I. The Guardian newspaper reports, it says, Nigeria nears 14 trillion Naira deficit as Tinubu adds 6.2 trillion naira to budget. The Guardian newspaper reported it last week in Nigeria. 2024 budget, Tinubu eyes Senate approval for extra 6.2 trillion naira. That's the way the Nigerian News Direct also captioned that same story. They don't sell us. Oh, we are on loan. You know, in the football league, you hear about loan transfer and all that. It's not more interesting. Nigerian Tribune says, days after criticizing Tinubu, Senate sacks Ndume as chief whip. He's still on the floor of the Senate. Let's see what would unfold, because he will still have his voice to be heard, because he represents a particular constituency in Nigeria. So if he's removed as chief whip, based on a letter that was written to the Senate by the chairman of the party, the All Progressives Congress, talking about the former governor of Kano State, His Excellency Ganduje. They call him Gandola. Keep the conversation coming. The Guardian newspaper has this one and it says, Labour agrees to 70,000 naira minimum wage as lawmakers slash pay for 6 months. Minimum wage. OPS cautions as FG Labour agrees on 70,000 naira minimum wage. And that was reported by the whole national dailies last week in Nigeria. So let's look at some sporting gist here for you. Enefiek Udo Ubang, in an exclusive interview, has this one to say: my career as an athlete is something I wouldn't trade for anything else. Sometimes there are things I wish I had done differently. Some races I wish I run differently. End of quote. That was in a quote, My Olympics to Saudi Arabia story. That was by the Punch Sports Extra, as reported last week in Nigeria. Osimhen to join PSG on 24 billion naira wage. That proposal, let's see how it goes, if he's going to approve or agree. So on that note, we want to appreciate you for being there. Kindly join me next week for a fresh episode of the program at Last Week in Nigeria. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles. Log on to our website, www.lastweekinnigeria.com. Guess what? Turn on the notification bell and you get to get our subsequent episodes of the program. Now, for Last Week in Nigeria, question and answer, which will interest you, to get the 5,000 naira recharge card to any of your network, wherever you are in the whole world, in your own valid currency. All you need to do is to answer this question. You know the question? Who was a running mate of late Moshood Abiola Kashimao in the June 12, 1993 election? Guess what? I need the name, his title, what he represented, party. All of that, keep it coming, drop it quickly, and you get to win for yourself a 5,000 naira recharge card of your own preferred network, wherever you are in the world. And when you get the recharge card, all you need to do a short video celebrating the fact that you got that particular amount of money, because for here we do the play audio money no day. It's for real. The question once again, the running mate with the acclaimed winner of the June 12, 1993 election, talking about Kashimao, MKO Abiola. Am I about to say the name? You tell us. Tell us the name, the platform, and if possible, the date of that particular annulment. That will make you earn more if you can. So drop all of that on our handle and we'll definitely respond to you. When you win, we'll celebrate you when you get the money by you dropping a video of yourself acclaiming or affirming that you got that money in whichever currency, wherever you are in the world. That is Last Week in Nigeria for you. We are set to turn the world around for us to connect the dots. As Nigerians, we keep connecting the dots. Until I come your way again next week, bye for now.